Hello everybody, welcome back. This is another very exciting stream. This one's going to be short and then we're going to move on to the alphas running the new content. However, this deserves its own thing. So you can already tell by the title here, uh, we've got a little bit of a surprise. I've already started fitting it up a little bit, but I finally found one. We finally got it. Right now I'm in my Badger 2 because I have a bunch of modules, right, which are going onto a very, very specific ship. Courtesy of Jinner's help, I probably could not have made this work without him. It would have been very difficult. So I owe him big time. I'll get him paid back very soon, very soon. However he decides he wants it. Hi, Aizen. Oh man, super excited. Yes. Yes, Jinner. We do. Oh, you just saw a little sneak peek there. Okay. So we have everything in here. Let's go ahead and, look what we got. Oh, I'm super excited. I finally have the ship that I've been wanting for so long. We started with the idea of having a Wyvern, and now we're finally here. Yes, I did lose about 100 billion or so in value for the trade, but, you know, we saved 100 billion on our initial trade with the Aeon, so it's kind of an even tie from the Aeon trade up to the Wyvern. Consider it sort of a null and void. So, we do have all of the skills. Nope, no more Aeon. Aeon went away. This is our future. This is our goal. We do already have most of the skills from the Aeon. I had to change a couple of things over. I had to change my capital armor skills over to capital shield skills. Luckily, I had most of those already because I was flying the Phoenix Bodyguard before I had the Aeon. So I already had most of those skills sitting around. And then I also had to change over the armor the armor command burst skill over to the shield command burst. So not too hard changing over. Had to buy all bunch of new rigs. The main difference between the Wyvern and the Aeon right now is the Wyvern is focused on damage application rather than optimal range. So we're going to have a lot better damage application in DR3, even though we might not have the range that we once had. We also are going to have about 50% less fighter EHP compared to what the Aeon had. So we'll have to work around that a little bit, but it'll be okay. We still have that maximum shield resistance. We're getting a shield booster boost amount. I'm debating whether or not I want to play with, like, a passive fit on the Wyvern for Dormant Realm, or if I want to go for, an active fit. I think either one would do fine, maybe. As long as the passive fit can hold off against at least one Chaos Storm. It also is going to save me... It also is going to save me quite a bit on fuel, because I only have to have the shield command burst strength, and now I can start working toward the cover module. If I can get myself a cover module, it means I can save my fighters much easier. So in like an emergency, I can activate the cover module and get my fighters back. And that'll be very nice once I can get my hands on that. I still don't have the expert jump drive or the advanced radar stuff, but this one gets the bonuses to the targeting one, the targeting burst projector, which is super good. I'm pretty sure that's what the radar burst disruption is. I'll have to check the market. Alright, let's go ahead and jump on here. I've got some modules to fit to it. Yeah, so you do passive on both. Oh, look at it. And also, courtesy of Jinner, we have a skin, at least, for the Wyvern. I wanted to save that skin for when I got a Wyvern, and now I actually got to use it. So thank you, Jinner, so much. I literally would have... I probably wouldn't have half of what I have, if not for you. So, Jinner is the secondary parent to this Wyvern. Not sure on what I'm gonna name it. I have two names in mind, whether it be Saphira or Glader. If you know what that's from, then you are awesome. I'm thinking because of the gold coloration of the skin, we go with Glader, but I may choose to change it to blue or purple colored. And its name may change over to something like Saphira. I am super excited about this. Alright, let's start to get into it here. We've got some rigs to fit here. We've got a 4P with my fighter stuff. That's the same as what I had on the Sephora. That's funny. No, it's Saphira. This is the same fit that I had on the Aeon. For this module, we have upgraded to a 3P70. For the shield defense, I'm gonna put EM, thermal, and shield defense amount. Make sure I put it on the correct slot. Next up, we have a shield boost amount. This may change if I feel like it's not very worthwhile, but I think I'm gonna like it. And then our last combat rig here is also a defensive rig. It's gonna be a capacitor safeguard. I don't necessarily need it. With my current situation, I should have somewhere in the range of like 8 full minutes of running 2 shield boosters. So these 2 modules are gonna be sort of as needed. We did lose the integrations for the engineering side of things, but we're going to go with one targeting system. That'll give us a 30% scan resolution adjustment. Means we can lock on a lot faster. And then we're also going to go with 3 semiconductors. We don't need our capacitor to last, like, forever. We just need it long enough that I can kill the Centrum. Okay, so right now, with the current kind of setup, our EM, thermal, kinetic, and explosive, you can see that there. I would have liked the EM to be a little bit higher, but I don't think we're taking all that much EM damage in Dormant Realm. Especially DR3 and DR4, we're not really taking that much EM. We're taking mainly thermal, kinetic, and explosive, if I remember correctly. So, here's where we've got that fit option. I've got extenders or shield boosters. If I go with shield boosters, we'll have a look at our capacitor. I'm going to have 12 minutes and 30 seconds of capacitor if I'm running as hard as possible. That probably drops down to, say, 9 minutes if the Wayseeker Centrum is really chewing on my capacitor. I think for now, I'm gonna fit the grappler. I don't really need it. It's really not that useful to me on this ship. I would rather have the supercarrier cover module here. And that's part of the reason why I really wanted the Wyvern, is because all of its tank is up front. Making it super effective at saving its fuel. So that's kinda the thought here. Let's see, we're getting 46 times 2, so 46, 525. So we're getting 93,000 healing every 8 seconds. It'll help us offset the first... Chaos Storm that shows up, and then after that we should be fine. We have some new heavy fighters here. We're going to be using the Assault Iron Guards, but I do also have the old Federation Navy Cyclops in here in the event that something goes horribly wrong and I start losing fighters. We can at least swap over to that as needed. Oh, they're so good. With this, it's going to be even better than what I posted. We're at 118 explosion velocity with a 1,397 explosion radius. If I compare that to the Cyclops here, which is my previous heavy fighters, the previous heavy fighters were doing 90 with 1863. So we're gonna get a lot better application on that Centrum, on the Centrum and the Chaos Storm. I also think that these get a better activation time. They do. So they've got 2.96 second activation time versus the Cyclops, which had a 3.24 activation time. So we are definitely getting quicker kill time and better application on the Chaos Storms. This also goes for the light fighter bombers that I've got. They will also be getting quite a nice buff. Let's go ahead and show that off real quick. The new light fighter bomber, heavy fighter bomber, whatever you want to call them, they're gonna have a 158 over 279 application. They're still gonna have that 33-kilometer range, which is really, really nice. That's like lightweight ship range. Super impressive. They're not as impressive as when the Aeon has them. On the Aeon, they were about 58 kilometers, but I'll still take it. It's still really good. Yeah, that'll be really good for DR3 for me. We were kind of struggling with the Aeon on DR3. Now I feel like we should be doing really well. Yeah, thank you. Like I said, I could not have done that without your guys' support and Jinner's help. Jinner made a very generous offer to help me move forward with this, so I do owe him, and he is the secondary benefactor to this ship. But yeah, I'm super happy. We do need to have a look at undocking here a little bit and have a look at the live stats. So let's go ahead and do that. We should be fine as long as we're right next to the Citadel. We can just dock. Oh, I need to see this beauty. I don't have all my stuff. Alright, so without the shield command burst, we're sitting about 35 million EHP. Not bad. It will get better with time. My intention is to make this significantly more tanky. But we do have that 85,000 DPS compared to the 77,000 we had previously. Let's go ahead and get that shield command first. And have a look at that defense with that active. We're gonna get an extra 10% shields on top of what you saw there, along with an extra, I think it's like 10% resistance as well. Yeah. That's nice. 6.2 million shield hit points with 41 million EHP. We are getting 13.8% shield increase and 10.4% shield resistance.
Docking request accepted.
I kind of want to see what we're at with the shield extenders, so let me swap that out just real quick. Each one of these are giving us 448,000 shield.
Undocking.
Let's see what our defense is at with the extenders. Hey, with the extenders, we are at 48 million EHP with 7.4 million shield. So, pretty awesome. When we activate one of these, we're going to get just a tiny little sliver. You can barely see it. With the second one, we get a tiny bit more.
Docking request accepted.
I would love to have a Stargrave Nanocore on this thing. That would be so sick. Then I could actually go passive fit if I wanted to. That's like a guaranteed I could go passive fit. But for now, we'll stay with the active fit because it is safer. With this fit, we should just be able to passive the entirety of Dormant Realm 4 and 3 without having to turn on our shield boosters. The only time in DR4 when we might have to turn on our shield booster is for the initial interaction with the Chaos Storm. So, real quick, I am going to do one DR46, because that's what I have active right now, I think. Yeah. Want to see what kind of damage comes in on that shield. Another reason for me to have this
Undocking.
Wyvern is that if we ever got low on shield during a Dormant Realm, we could literally just sit here and do what we need to. I do want to see what kind of damage this comes into me.
We're under attack.
Oh, we're literally taking like no damage on our shield. Oh, that is sick. I love that. Like I said, we can use these shield boosters to kind of negate that damage if we needed to.
We're under attack.
Our capacitor is holding out quite nicely, so I don't feel a problem just running shield booster all the time. Yeah, that Chaos Storm did like nothing to us. You can tell our damage is quite a bit higher than what you've been seeing.
We're under attack.
I have so many modules to activate now. Damn, I wonder. I wish I had a level 10 to run today.
Docking request accepted.
310. That felt a little bit faster. I think normally we're about 330. What's nice? Yeah, we should go into the Waste Seekers. That's a good idea. Let me go ahead and unfit these. We'll get the bombers in here. And we'll swap my aerospace implant. Level 30 aerospace. So we're gonna get the extra tracking speed and explosion velocity here for the Waste Seeker event. See what kind of application we're getting right now, by the way. Application is 186 over 279 with that change. That is really good for a light fighter. Even though it's a heavy fighter. These fighter bombers are kind of crazy. So this is probably the fit I would use in DR3. Just the 2 extenders, the 3 reds, and the 3... I might even go down to like 2 reds in DR3.
Undocking.
The Aeon already had, like, no trouble with this, so the Wyvern should be more than fine. I'm so happy to have this thing. I have been wanting a Wyvern for so long. I like that he's got this little, like,
Warp drive active.
sitting place to run around on.
We're being warp scrambled.
Yeah, it's real nice, isn't it? This isn't even on Ultra. I should really have this on Ultra. I love that you can kind of see down into the hangar bay. I don't need them yet. Yeah, I don't even have a mothership command yet. Damn, 2,000 on the destroyer. Yeah, this is so much better for application. I can already see the difference. I mean, I don't really need it. I already have a level 8. It's fine. Apparently we're trying to orbit a ship at 0, by the way. What a beautiful ship. And look at Isk being so happy. Locking time seems pretty reasonable as well. I'm very happy with that. I noticed it pretty quickly locked onto the Chaos Storm and the ships around us. It feels a little bit faster than what my Aeon had.
Enemy ships detected. We're under attack. We're being warp scrambled.
Love having the giant Zeni, or Isk symbol here. It's funny that this giant ship is only being propelled by these 9 engines. Yeah, I've been playing Monster Hunter way too long in my life to not see a Z and call it Zenny. Especially when it's in conjunction with a monetary system. Yeah, it's super awesome. I do wish we could turn the the HUD off when we're in here, but unfortunately we cannot. I mean, that's some pretty good damage coming in on the battleship. On the battleships. I do wonder how well these will do in DR3.
Docking request accepted.
It's so good. I feel so happy. Alright, let's get this reset up for Dormant Realm Monday. That way I don't forget. Remember, tomorrow is Dormant Realm Monday, so join on in. We'll have a lot of fun. Alright, well, that's enough of me and my Wyvern for now. I'm super happy to finally be here. And hopefully you can... Are you doing DR3, Jitter, or are you gonna be doing... What are you doing with it? Mind if I tag along for 2 of those? If you're available during... right now? It'd be a good, test of the fighters. Ah, okay. Then we'll do it... Then I'll just skip and do Dormant Realm Monday. Alright, so that will be it for me. I had intended to do the alphas through the current missions, but I think I'm gonna put it off for today. We'll do it on Wednesday or something. This was way too important to me, to not take this opportunity to get it. So thank you all so much, and thank you, Jenner, for your support, and everybody else here who is watching. Thank you for your support. and hopefully I can bring you guys more content around the Wyvern. Take care and be safe.